Hey y'all, what's doing? What's doing, my friends? Awesome? Ah, those are my words. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope we're all ready for Christmas. It's only a few days away, right? I can't believe it. It's only a few days away, and 2020 is just around the corner. Blinking an eye, the year's gone by. But guess what? I may have a suggestion for you guys, a new sewing machine, the Brother SE625. This could be an ideal gift for yourself to replace a sewing machine you have, or to add one on. What about a loved one? Maybe a perfect gift. They're starting out to do crafting. This could be an unbelievable gift, but the only way you're going to know about that, whether or not it fits for you or for a loved one, is after this review. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do an intense review on the Brother SE625, baby. So let's get going. We have no time to waste. Let's review this baby. Alright, my friends, I'm not really going to go ahead and unbox and take everything out, go through the boring of what's inside the box. I'm not going to do that. No, I refuse to do that. That's going to bore you, and it's just going to take so much time away from the review. But I will tell you what you are getting. I will have everything out on the table, and I will explain exactly what we're getting when you make this purchase of the Brother SE625. Now keep in mind, this is a combo. It's an embroidery and sewing machine. An embroidery and sewing machine. Yes, this thing can do both, and it's really unbelievable. I own it. I love it. And I told you guys many times before, I love Brother. Brother is just a great, it's a good company, and they make great products. And out of all the products, I love their sewing machines. They're easy to use, user-friendly, with the manuals all the way down to the last part of where you have to thread your bobbin, all the way to your basic, thread. It's easy, user-friendly, and I would tell you this. I'm going to read it off on the box. It's One Touch Advanced needle threading system. Pretty cool. Free arm for sewing cuffs along with sleeves. Easy Bobbin Winder. Touch screen color. Yeah, it's a touch screen LCD. You actually touch it. It's pretty cool. We'll go through all that. On-screen instructions. It tells you how to load your bobbin, how to thread the machine. Bright LED light in the area where you're sewing. Jam resistant quick set drop-in top bobbin. And a large 4x4 embroidery hoop you get. Yeah, so let's go through we'll have everything on the table, and we'll explain all the accessories, all the tools that comes with this sewing machine. Let's do that.
With the Brother SE625 2-in-1 sewing and embroidery machine, you can bring more to your creative ideas and bring them to life. Bring more color with the large 3.2-inch So Smart Color backlit touchscreen display. More designs for the 4x4 hoop, 280 embroidery designs in fact. More lettering and fonts. More creative possibilities. More workspace to play. And more features for advanced sewing like automatic needle threading and quick set drop-in bobbin. Have a creative vision? Bring more to your sewing and embroidery and bring it to life. The SE625 computerized sewing and embroidery machine from Brother. At your side.
So what comes with this baby? Well, quite a bit. A lot of accessories. Now, do you remember? Or if you haven't seen it before, please go ahead and And look at the review I did for the Singer C430. That's a pretty damn good system. Other than that, I think what you're getting your value for, and you're going to spend approximately about $320 along without the tax, depending on what state you're in. Tax different, you know, from each state. But adding on to the tax, you know, it's going to be about $350. With this, you get a 25-year limited warranty. And it's always good to add an extended warranty for anything goes wrong, anything. And I will tell you this model, there are many other models. HSN has a model right now, and they're showing, as they're advertising, and that's around $489, close to $500 by the time you're done paying the tax and everything. But it's the same thing, exact same thing. Brother makes this model, the SE625, the same models that either are on Amazon but named differently, but the same machine but a different name of the model, depending on who Brother is making this for. You can buy the one on HSN or someone. This came from Walmart. This is specifically for Walmart. You may find this on eBay too. I would not do that. I would not buy from eBay. But, and there's nothing against eBay, but I will buy from Walmart because you get at least a 90-day return policy. So if anything goes wrong, blah, 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 90 days. Plus you get the extended warranty. Anything goes wrong, no matter what, it's not the limited, it's no matter what. You get a 2-year extended warranty purchased from Walmart. Anything goes wrong, baby, you can replace this. They'll try to fix it. If they can't, they'll replace it. Now, what comes with it? We have a zigzag foot. Gonna go over that. We have a zigzag foot. We have the monogram foot. We have the overcasting foot. We have the zipper foot. We have the button holder foot. This holds the buttons when you're going to stitch either the 2 or 4 hole buttons. Oh baby, you know I love this. You know I love this. This always freaks me out. It's amazing. I love it. Then we have the button hole maker. Yes. This makes the buttonhole. Is that cool? Yeah. The embroidery foot. A twin needle. A twin needle. Also comes with a pack of 5 needles, not including the one that's already installed. Bobbins. You get a couple of those, along with a pre-round. You get scissors. Yes, scissors. Is that cool? Then you have a screwdriver. Yes, a real screwdriver. I made fun of the Singer C430. I made fun of that little tiny itty bitty screwdriver. Then you get a miniature screwdriver. Yeah. And then you get a snipper. Yes, thread snipper. Pretty cool. We also have an eyelet puncture. Yes. A lint cleaner. 3 bobbin caps. Large, medium, and small. We also get an extra spool pin. That's to lay upwards. Then we get a spool cap. I don't know if you could see this, baby. Spool cap. Now you know, We got a foot pedal. Yeah, a foot pedal. All right. This controls the needle. Press on it. Foot pedal. We get a power cord. We need that. Without this, we can't sew. No, we can't sew. You gotta have the power cord. You need it. Without it, you can't sew. Then you get a 4x4 hoop. We also get an embroidery frame. It's a guideline to mark exactly where you're going to do your embroidery on. Okay, that's what you get. We also get a case, a plastic case to place. It's an accessory case to place all your accessories. All your accessories will go into plastic. It's a cheap plastic, but at least they provide a case. And then I did mention also you get a cover, and it's a plastic cover. It keeps the dust from going into the machine, which you want to prevent, because the dust will actually cause the machine to jam. It will cause the needle to bunch, the threads to bunch up while you're sewing, and so on. You really want to keep this covered. Whether it's a hard case, a hard shell, plastic, any type of sewing machine you have that's provided with a case, use it. You want to prevent the dust from going inside. We also get the embroidery attachment. This is the embroidery attachment, and this is what we're going to use when we're going to do any type of embroidery on this machine. Remember, it's a combo. It's an embroidery and sewing machine, and it's very simple to put in. All we have to do is remove this cover. We place this in here. La la, la la. We're ready to embroidery. Ha ha. Yes. Okay. To remove it, there's a little latch underneath here, like that. I'll show you the latch. See that latch? Right there. And that's what I did remove this, so if you want to do cuffs or your pants here, I did not show you this. But this also opens, and you can put all your accessories in here as well. So you got two places in a plastic accessory kit, holder there. I mean the plastic whatever bag, and then here. And this is easy, and I'm doing this backwards. Look at that. La la. How simple is that? We get 200 embroidery design collection. 200 embroidery design collection on a CD, not a DVD, on a CD. That's what I love about the Brother. Place this in a computer, not Mac compatible. Place this into a computer, any PC, Windows 8, Windows 7, 8, all the way up to Windows 10, all compatible. Transfer it to USB stick. Place a USB in here, and you have your embroidery design from this CD. Pretty cool. You get a warning flyer that they inserted. Brother information about registering your system. You get, please stop. And I did call Brother one time, had a little problem about the transfer of the embroidery from the CD, reading the CD, transferring to the USB. Called Brother, perfect, no problems. But they insert this right there as soon as you open the box. Please don't return me. I don't want to go back. I want to stay at your house. And Brother does. They will take care of you. Then you get some information about got designs not like these. You go to iBroidery.com. iBroidery.com. You go there, my friends. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. In fact, let me show you what it's like. Here we are, my friends. This is iBroidery.com. This is Brother's website, one of many of their websites. This website, the iBroidery.com, is designed for embroideries, those who are looking for images, and they have tons and tons, I mean hundreds and hundreds of images to enjoy, to take the pleasure of doing your embroidery projects. You will notice that they have a 25% off on all embroidery.com designs. Normally, they do give discounts on a daily basis. Sometimes it's a 20% off. Sometimes if you buy a few of the embroidery designs, such as maybe 5, 6, you'll get a 20%. During the holidays, I believe they're advertising to 25% off. It may be reduced after the holidays. As I scroll, you could see there's plenty of info here. We even have projects of the month. I'll go back to that in a second. But let's say you want to do a Disney embroidery design, and you're looking for, I don't know, a certain character. Let's go ahead and click on Disney. Yeah, Disney. And here we are. Here's all the characters. Isn't that lovely? Now, it's Christmas. Let's do a Mickey, Santa Mickey. And we'll wait for this to populate. Waiting for a response from the website. There we go. And, oh, we even have Donald Duck. We have Goofy, Pluto. Let's pick Mickey. Now, this is what when you're about to purchase or prior purchasing, you'll get pretty good info based on these stitches for this character, for Mickey, Santa Mickey. Right here, this is all your threads. This is all your threads. Everything here is what you're going to be needed to accomplish this embroidery design. So right here they tell you the threads, they tell you the colors, and then if you come over here for use with, then they give you all the models of the Brother embroidery, either the embroidery itself that's just for embroidery, or a combo embroidery and sewing machine. This will tell you the models that this is capable of to do an embroidery on. Then you have here the width of the embroidery design, the height, along with the stitch count. This will tell you exactly how many stitches it's going to take to do this character. Yeah. Then it gives you the total color count. 5. What do they mean by color count? Well, they mean the threads. For each thread, you got a black, you got a lime green, and so on. So, and then that's pretty it. Either you add to the cart, and keep in mind this $6.99 up here. You also, you're not going to pay the $6.99. You're not going to pay shipping and handling. It's an automatic download right onto your PC or Mac. And that's what's neat. The 200 embroidery images that's on the CD that comes with the Brother SE625, that is not compatible with a Mac. Only a PC. But on the website, on the Brother website, it is compatible for a Mac. Now we come back home, just give you a quick a view of this iBroidery.com, and just give you an example of projects. Let's click on projects. Wait for the page to populate. La-di-da-da, la-di-da-da. Here we go. And look, isn't this cool? During the holidays, and they're right on the ball. They're right up to the minute. Way before Christmas, there were tons and tons of projects. But this gives you an idea, and it gives you the comments, free design of the month, holiday project, holiday, and then holiday projects, the date. Let's click on this. I'll give you an example of what they mean by projects. Here we'll tell you all the details that's needed to create this project. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That is so cool. Just give you an idea. I mean, what more can you ask? Brother does they do an excellent job providing quite a bit of information, whether it's on their machinery or projects such as this. But this is the iBroidery.com, and I only just want to show you a sample of what it's like. But if we come back home, now keep in mind that their website could be just a little busy. It's during the holidays. You're talking about thousands and thousands of users that either on the website or trying to get to the website to do the last minute projects for this holiday. See this? See all that? That cool? That cool? That's another link. But let's go back here, and just like I said, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of embroidery images, all based on a very low cost per image. And let me say this, most of these images are excellent. If you get a bad embroidery image, it's going to mess up it's just going to mess up the threads, it's going to bundle, it's going to skip stitches. I'm telling you, you want quality embroidery images, and Brother does provide that. Okay, so this is the Brother iBroidery.com. So you get a quick reference guide. The layout, man, the layout is just easy, user friendly. You get the embroidery design guide, all user friendly, color, not black and white, not like Singer or some of other brands. You also get a manual, which is in Spanish. You get the operation manual in English. Look at that. Tells you everything you need to know about this embroidery sewing machine, the Brother SE625. Look at that. Yes, not bad. Review. Is this user-friendly as I'm proclaiming? You take it home. Do you really have to go through the manuals? Some people do, some people don't. But is it simple enough for you to operate without spending hours and hours doing research, going through the manual or going through YouTube training or whatever? And by the way, you probably won't find training on this model. But we're going to do some trainings. let's go through this. Let's do a review. Let's see how simple and it is to operate this. And let's look at some of the stitches. We'll look at basic stitches all the way to design stitches. Does Brother perform well enough that you can turn around and say, I made this? Let's test it out. Before we go into the basic operation of the machine, you got your power cord here, and it plugs right there. Got your power cord and it plugs right there. That's where it goes in. Here's your power button, and here's where a USB stick will go in. That's a USB stick port. And here is your needle dial, and always clockwise, never the opposite. You will throw the machine off. Always clockwise. And what we have here, we have this is your LCD screen. This will provide all the information, the type of stitch you're doing, the type of foot you're using, and that's where you will pretty much work off. This is your navigation buttons. This is your help. That's a help menu. This is information about the sewing machine, along with the serial number, how many stitches it keeps it track. You cannot reverse that. Just like a car, on your speedometer, same concept. This is the embroidery button, this selection. These are your type of stitches. This is your up and down foot. Yes, it has the up and down foot selection. And this is your reverse selection. Here we have the speed control for the needle. Naturally, it's on its slowest. Move it, slide it to the right, the faster the needle will stitch. You have an automatic cutter that will cut the upper and lower thread. So we'll cut the bobbin and the upper thread. Your up and down needle, your reverse stitch, that's to secure the stitch. And you also have, this is your start button, either in embroidery mode or in basic sewing mode. This, especially in the sewing mode, I like this. You don't have to use the pedal. You just press on it and it will automatically start sewing. So you can control it without the pedal on when you're in sew mode, basic sewing mode. Here we have a lever. And this lever, guess what? Yes, it will thread into the needle. Automatic threading. Pretty cool, huh? And that's what you're going to use for, that's what you'll use for when you're going to thread into that needle every time you change out your threads. Here you have a cutter that will cut the extra thread. I call them tails. This is your bobbin winder. This will automatically feed the bobbin. And this is where you're going to put your thread spool in. This is the handle. So when you want to carry from one place to another. And here you have your tension wheel. This tension wheel, it's on 4, which is auto. On the Brother, on these small models, home base models, it's normally on 4, which is auto. So you really don't have to mess with the tension. I can't talk. And this is directions on how to feed your thread into the machine. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then it goes either to here or we feed it through the disc, the tension disc. And that's where your tension disc lies in, by the way, right there. But right here, there's a sticky, and it gives you an illustration exactly how to thread through the tension into the machine. Now, isn't that cool? Along with the needle. And the same thing with the bobbin. The don'ts and do's with the bobbin. Okay. All right. Now that we turned this on, what they recommend, it's like a screensaver. If you walk away, you turn it on, it will demonstrate like a demo so that it doesn't burn into the screen. Just touch anywhere and you're going to hear the machine go. There we go. I would like to go over the LCD screen. Here we have our stitches. You always can look in the book as far as where the stitches are through the numbers, but just to give you an idea, this is your navigation button. So right now we are on 3, 1 of 3 right there on the utility stitch. As you can see, you have many sorts of other stitches. As I'm going through, and then we're back. Pretty cool, huh? You want to go into decorated stitches, press that right there, that selection on the panel, and then on the LCD screen, let's go ahead and press 5. As you can see, we have 1 of 3 screens to go through. So right now we're on screen 1, we're on screen 2, see that? And then we're on screen 3, and that is all the stitches in that one category. If we go back in that category of 5, let's pick 3, and it's 1 of 2. See how simple that is? Now let's say you want to do a buttonhole. You will in here, this is your images, your decorated images along with your button images. You would press 4 on the selection. It will give you from 1 to 3 of screens to choose the type of button styles. We'll go ahead and we'll choose 1. If you like to change the length, the width of the button style, you will select this button in the upper right hand corner. It will give you the options to change the width. To change the width, they recommend to use the speed dial on the machine. As you can see, we just changed it. And that's the same thing with the length. We just changed it and bring it back to default, which will be a bold box. That's to give you an idea. Go back. Let's do a decorated stitch. Cancel out that padding. Yes. We got 1, 2, 3 in that selection. I like the alligator. Can we change the alligator? Yes, we can. Now we could change the width, the length, and let's do that. So you got really skinny alligator. Move it. Now it's back to default. Length. Oh, he's getting squished. Now we can make him real tiny, real tiny. Bring it back to default. There we go. Click OK. Now, how simple is this? Here we have, these are the stitches to go back go back, and so on. Oh, by the way, let's go ahead and let's do a design stitch one more time. Let's go ahead and let's get to that alligator. The reason why I want to do that, here it's showing you N, foot N. Okay, so you don't have to guess what foot to use. It's telling you use foot N for this pattern, for this stitch. Now, if we go here by the selection, here's your control, your settings, and it has 8 screens to go through. Initial position, it's set at default. You could set your needle either to the left or set it in the center. When you turn on the machine, it automatically defaults according to how you select that setting. Here's your embroidery frame display. And you're all about your threads and whether you want inches or in millimeters. And here's a thumbnail size view you can select, and the type of language you're using. Needle up and down when you start the machine. Buzzard every time you click on a selection, the machine makes a sound. Opening screen, on and off. The light, on and off. Input sensitivity. And then I was telling you about the service, the total count of stitches. As you can see, I have used this machine many times, but not much. That's not a lot. And then the number, which is your serial number of the machine for Brother. And then the version of the software. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's get out of that. And that will be your embroidery hoop selection. And these are your embroidery designs. And it's 1 through 9. Let's select that. Can you see that? Pretty cool, huh? But we're not in the embroidery moment of sewing, so but you could change, you can manipulate this a little bit. You can move it where you want when you're in the embroidery, when you have the embroidery device hooked up. Okay, so if you had a USB plugged in to the side, you will click on this selection that has a USB symbol. And it says USB media is not loaded. Load USB media. Now, if we had images on our USB, it would automatically detect it and it will display the images like I just showed you with the embroidery selections of those images that's built into the machine. And it will do the same thing with the USB media. Okay. All right. Cool, cool. Let's wind up a brand new bobbin. And the way we're going to do this, we're going to place the bobbin in here. But before we do that, we need to feed a whole new thread from this thread spool. And we're going to place the thread spool here. Going to grab a little thread. Let's make sure I can grab it. We're going to put our spool cap large on there, not too tight. And what we want to do, we're going to follow direction. It's 1, 2, 3, and then here 4. So we want to go in between this part here. Okay, see that the thread must go inside of there. It must feed in, and the way to do that, ta-da! Look how simple that is. And then what we want to do, we want to come around to this part here. Come around, feed the thread right there, as if we're going to go through the disc, but we're not. Then we're going to come up here, and then we're going to go around right here, inside this wheel, we're going to make sure it snaps by holding the thread. It snapped. It's in there. You could see that. And then we're going to feed our empty bobbin. Any of the holes, we're going to take the thread. It's going to go in the inside and it's going to come out on the top. There we go. We're going to place the bobbin right here. We're going to insert it. There we go. We're going to hold the thread tight now. Normally what I do, I make one little loop here. Actually, let me do it this way. So this way the camera gets everything. I'm going to hold this thread. I'm going to put the speed on, because we're doing this without the pedal. We're doing this with the automatic button right here. The stop and start button. So I'm going to move the bobbin winder to the right. It's engaged. And I'm going to press go. Stop. Cut my thread. Just a little bit. Right there. And press go. Now we could control the speed on how fast we want this to fit, put the new thread onto the bobbin by right to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Look how fast. And this will automatically stop when it's filled. We're done. Cut. Remove. By to the left and remove. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Did a great job in filling the bobbin with new thread, new bobbin thread. To load the bobbin is quite simple. Before loading the bobbin, keep in mind that the thread needs to be on the left side as if this looks like a P, as you can see that. So the bobbin thread is going to be on the left side, coming this way, and we use the P to identify that you are placing the bobbin in the correct way. So yeah, see that? It looks like a P now. Okay. Stop. All we have to do, there's a little mechanism right there that is a lock for the bobbin case, for the clear case. All we have to do, slide to the right, bobbin case pops up, remove the bobbin case, put it to the side. We're going to take the bobbin. I'm going to make sure I have some thread that's, again, looks like a P. Drop the bobbin. Just like that. Then we're going to take the bobbin string and we must go in between right here, this plastic and this plastic, right in between. It's a guide. It's going to go in there. It's going to come around and it's going to come around here into there. It's going to feed in there just like that. There's a little razor right here. It's going to cut the bobbin string. That's it. We're done. We take the cover and we close the bobbin cover. We lock it in. That's it. You don't need to have the bobbin string hanging out. That's it. Once you start sewing, the needle is going to grab the bobbin string automatically. Next step, we're going to add our thread. We're going to feed the thread to the machine. I'm using black for some of the material to demonstrate how well the stitches are. Place the place your thread spool here, large cap, set this down, All we have to do is, again, go through one. Instead of we're coming around here, we're just going to go around this guide right there. This part. It's going to go right in between there. Make sure your pressure foot is up before doing so. This way it does not tighten the tensions. And we're going to feed it here. Feed it. Number 3. Around. Up. And then we're going to come around. Number 4. We're going to come cross. Just guide your thread against the wall here. Guide your thread against the wall. Bring it back down. And we want here that snap. I'm going to hold this thread. And it's in. Nice. Okay, let's feed it through the needle. This has an automatic needle threader. So we're going to take advantage of that. Now what we want to do, we came to number 5. We want to go to number 6, which is this little tiny loop here in between the 6, and then there's like this little bar here, and we're going to insert it right there. Right there. Okay? Take this, very simple, and insert right there. Perfect. Then we're going to bring the thread up. We're going to go right in here. See that? Thread went right in there. Just like that. We're going to go insert it where it says 7. It says there if you don't see it on the camera. And just bring it around. Just like that. We'll hit this little lever on the side of the machine. And watch this. Voila. We have our thread. Nice. Nice. And a thread. And let's just go ahead and add a regular pressure foot. Pressure foot. Place the foot here. And we're going to lower the pressure foot handle. And it should snap in. It should snap in. Just like that. We're going to bring the thread around. And we're ready to sew, baby. Let's sew. Let's demonstrate the stitches. Now what we're going to use is this fabric here. It's a cotton fabric, a light cotton fabric. And we're going to do a regular stitch. It's just to only demonstrate the stitch on this machine. So if this brother SE625 is worth its value for $330 before tax, this time I could go ahead and use the self start button here, but I decided to use the foot pedal instead. And I have the foot pedal attached, and we're going to do a basic stitch, and let's see how this performs. Quiet. It's quiet, not bad. We're going to do the automatic cut. We're going to raise the pressure foot. And here we go. Good stitch. Good stitch. Let's check the back. The bobbin. May be a little bit hard to see on the camera. Let's try to do a close-up. And here's the bobbin side, the bottom stitch. Let's do a different material. This way the black really shows through. I'm going to do a heavier fabric. And we'll choose a different utility stitch. I love this LCD touchscreen. It's telling me to use J foot. Let me go ahead and change that out. I'm using an N. Bring the pressure foot down, and voila. If you notice, I'm not really holding the fabric, although it is a heavier material, but I'm not holding it. It's not throwing it off, just guiding it a little bit. I'm going to cut the thread. Bring up the needle, cut the thread. Voila. And there's the bottom. Beautiful stitch, honestly. And if you could see here, see how it locked the stitch? Beautiful, beautiful. See that? Hopefully the camera picks it up. Not bad. Let's try a decorative stitch. Let's choose the alligator. Actually, let's clear this. Let's go back. And let's see how well this decorated stitch performs. Alright, I think that's good. Needle up, cut. What do you think? Good stitch. Honestly. Look at that. Perfect. That's what you should see. Part of the upper thread on the bottom. But none of the bobbin thread is shown on the top, and that's that, and it's tight, very tight. Let's try a different, let's do this one. And you know what? Let's use a 80% polyester Ryan, and then the other percentage, 100% polyester, feels like almost like silk. And I didn't iron this, that's okay. But let's see how well it feeds through. We're using a different stitch. Let's cut it. Oh, wow. Very good. I think so. Very good. Turn it over. Again, not bad. Not bad. Right? Not bad. This came from a pair of jeans. We're going to demonstrate how well this goes through denim, and we're going to use that design. By the way, I switched out the needle. It is not fair to Brother if I did not use a needle designed for denim or leather or any other type of heavy material. Well, now let's start sewing. This is just on one leather. I am using a design stitch rather than a utility stitch. Cut. Not bad. Not bad. Let's get out of this and let's pick a utility stitch, and we're gonna now fold this, and we have 2 layers of denim, heavy fabric, 2 layers. Let's place this under the foot, bring the pressure foot down, and we're using a basic utility stitch. And let's see how well this performs. Wow. Wow. Excellent job. Excellent job. No struggles at all. And tight. Look how tight that is. No struggle at all. Let's fold this. Now we have a total of 4 layers. 4 layers. Using the proper needle, bring this down. Again, if we hear a struggle with the needle going through the material, I'm going to stop because I know it will throw the machine out of line. Nope. And I'm going to start out slow. We're on 4 layers. You hear that? Cut, 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 cut. I think 4 layers is good enough for this machine. I wouldn't go any further. Once you start hearing the hammering a little bit, then I would not recommend any more layers. But it did go 4 layers, and I did a long stitch. Let's do it again, one more time, just to show you. Bring the needle down and start out slow. Now work your way up. Hear that? Dot, 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 dot. That's okay. It's not hurting the machine. We can even do a reverse stitch. Lock it. Cut it. Look at that. Folks, that is awesome. 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 And tough as all can be. Tough. Look at that. I can't pull that apart. No, can't pull that apart. That's awesome. So, here we are with a very thick material, thick fabric, denim. Did 4 layers. I would not go any further just by the sound. If I was to, I'm sure if I go real slow, I could struggle maybe with tops 5 layers, but I wouldn't go any further. It is not designed for that, but it is definitely designed to go in thickness such as this fabric here. And would I do it all the time? Maybe not. I would probably get a single out this machine to another one that is designed for thick fabrics only, specialized in thick fabrics, which Brother makes a heavy duty one just for that alone, or same thing with Singer. But that's good. All right, let's get on to the embroidery side and finalize our review. Here you can see I'm using a very light cotton material that is combined with a stabilizer, a rip and tear stabilizer that will tear away. When you are embroidering, you will be required most of the time to make sure that your stabilizer is part of your project. Otherwise, things will definitely go wrong. You'll get bunch up threads. Needles will tangle, and threads will tangle. Threads will bunch up. This is the top portion. Very simple to place this into the machine. There are 2 notches here, as you can see. And all we have to do is slip this through and then attach it here. But before we do that, we have to turn on the machine. It's going to require us to answer the question, make sure that all things are not in its way. As you can see, we're going to answer yes. Everything's out its way. Let's feed this through. I'm going to lift up the pressure foot. It is all the way up. No, now it's all the way up. And this is just going to click in here. And there we go. We're going to pick our pattern. I'm going to pick a simple pattern. I'm using a yellow thread. I'm just going to go ahead and pick letter A. I'm going to set it. And then I'm going to size it. And that's the largest it will go. So it's 2.56 and 3.91. Okay, and we'll click OK. I could rotate it if I wanted to. I can fully there, that way, if I wanted to. Pretty cool, huh? That just gives you an idea. That's all it is, an idea, okay? Now, some people say, well, they have done embroidery before, and they said, you know, 4x4 is really, it's not, you can't do much on it. Yeah, you can. You could get really creative with a 4x4 hoop. Trust me, there's a lot you could do. Is it more compassing as far as working with more types of stitch art? Yes, of course it will be. But it can be done. Trust me, it can be done. For this price versus $12,000 for other embroidery sewing machines, I think I'd rather work around and let it be a little encompassing as far as working with inside a 4x4. Trust me. But you could do a lot with a 4x4. You're not really limited. You're only limited if you don't allow your imagination to work inside of this 4x4. You could do a whole entire jacket, a back jacket of all decorated stitches just with this one hoop. It's a little more time consuming, but it could be done. Now, we're ready. I'm going to bring the pressure foot down. And, oh, I need to be in the embroidery mode. Okay, we got to select. Okay, edit end. We're done editing. Embroidery mode. Bring the pressure foot down. The light is green. And voila. Now, it's a good idea to cut the thread while it's in motion. Stop the machine, then cut the extra tail. Reason for that, because this does not cut any of the threads automatically in embroidery mode. So So you have to do that manually. That's one downfall, but that's okay. Start it and it'll continue to where it left off. And that's it. That's pretty it. And all I have to do is lift up the pressure foot, unsnap this from the embroidery attachment. That is nice, right? Isn't that nice? And then all I have to do is just snap this right there. I mean, just cut that little string. That cool? Let me show you the back. Hardly any, really, no bunching up, none. Cut that. No bunching up whatsoever. And you can see the bobbin work through. Because of this, because of the stabilizer, it really kept the thread, the stitches really neat. One more time. And please, let me show you something. Here's also, I did a shorts, one of my jersey shorts here. And here's a Mickey that I did. That's from this brother. And let me show you the inside. Look at the stitch. This is on the opposite side. No bunching up whatsoever. No bunching up. Again. And this is just from my shorts. But I think it did a unbelievable job on Mickey. I think this is awesome. What do you think? This review of the Brother SE625 embroidery and sewing machine, it could just be for you. It could be for a loved one. For $330, you can't go wrong. If you're looking to replace or add an additional sewing machine in your crafting projects, here you go. Someone who's looking for one but can't afford it, and you want to give that to a loved one, here you go. Look, look. You got all these accessories. My Lord, you can't beat this for $330. Look what you're getting. You're getting the embroidery unit along with all the sewing attachments. So you got this combo system that either you could sew, you could do whatever, draperies, clothing, you name it. You know, do pillowcases, I don't know, quilting. You could do quilting on this. And then you got the embroidery. You could do so many things with the 200, my friends, 200 design collections. So think about it. I think this is a good review. It gave a pretty intense of what this is capable of doing, and most of all, how user-friendly it is. So, the holidays are coming. It's around the corner. This may be one of your big, huge decisions on your last-minute gifts. Go ahead and decide. You saw the review, and it's coming from me. Other than that, my friends, I leave you with peace, joy, and happiness in all that you do. Take care and have a wonderful and most blessed Christmas. Take care, my friends. This is Lou inside my window. Lou inside my window. Take care. Bye. Bye. Take care.